The Big Show with Night and Day for the best milkshakes, thick shakes, and super thick shakes.
Welcome.
This is big.
To the Hauraki Big Show.
Really big.
With Jason Hoyte, Minogue, and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Tuesday afternoon, the 21st of January 2025, and you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. Way off.
What do you mean way off?
That was you, man.
Really?
Yeah, totally.
Your voice
that
broke.
was a shocker.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for it, to be honest. I still had sushi in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw you sucking on your chicken kebab stick
wasn't.
before as well.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you going, Keyzie, you mad bastard? You look a little better than you did yesterday, but you had a big weekend, so that doesn't surprise me. You got a bit of sleep last night, maybe.
I actually got less sleep last night, but what I've done is shaved my shadow.
You shaved. I was going to say, and I'm assuming that's because you got told by your wife it was time for it to go.
Yeah, I was just like, hey. She was like, what are you looking at there? And I was looking at my phone. I was looking at beard trimmers. Because I was like, I might just maintain this level, try and thicken it out, and then let it grow longer. And she just goes, you're not growing a beard, I hate it.
Right.
Told.
You got told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's
Well, there you
done.
go. Speaking of clean faces, of course, Mogey, you're all cleanly shaven as well, and as always, looking great, you stallion. How's life?
Going pretty grouse, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee. Bloody cold bastard today in the 09.
Is it?
It was.
Right, okay.
Pouring with rain, it was.
I heard today
I'm wearing
Auckland,
shoes.
Auckland, coldest place in New Zealand.
Wow, is that true?
That's right.
Wow.
I think you're right, actually, Keyzie. I think it was like 22, 23 degrees or something.
Yeah.
That is an outrage.
Freezing.
Freezing, all right. But I'm feeling quite good, actually.
Oh, hang on,
Who asked
Jase.
you?
I'm not
Jase.
cold at all.
You look good, man.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
You got your checkered shirt on and
You
your
got
buffy
your fresh
hair.
cut.
Yeah,
Your
well,
fresh
it's-
lid.
It's not a fresh cut. I'm not happy with my hairdo at the moment. I've talked to you fellas about that. I might have to rectify it tomorrow, maybe.
Why don't
Yeah.
you wear hats at the moment?
This is a perfect time for you to wear a hat with that, dude.
Yeah, it is, really, isn't it? Hey, now listen, we've got a massive show ahead, so make sure you stay tuned. You can text us at any time on 3483, or you can call us on the Talkback radio app, or what else can they do?
Jase, you can't call us on the Talkback radio app. You can
No, you can call us on the phone or use the Talkback.
What's the phone number again, man?
0800 Hauraki.
I was
Hauraki.
asking you, Keyzie.
It's so confusing. Or you can use the iHeartRadio app and send us a Talkback. Coming up next, kids are getting dumber,
Yeah.
and we need to figure out what's going wrong, fellas.
Here's Lincoln Park.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Pearl Jam there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 11 minutes past 4 o'clock. Any texts of note there, Keyzie?
On 3483?
Yes.
Not yet, Jace. I mean, there's a lot of people, saying g'day, that sort of thing. But we are going into some breaking news, and this is a segment where we encourage the listeners to have their say, get involved. So 3483, text it on through, use the iHeartRadio app to send a talkback, or call us on 0800 Hauraki.
This is breaking news.
Didadoosh. New Zealand kids are getting dumber, fellas. All right? Official results are in for NCA Level 1. 2023, 82% of students that undertook NCA Level 1 passed. 82. Not bad.
What one's NCEA?
That's like School C.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like School C. What did you master in? Blacksmithing or something, eh?
96% School C English.
Wow.
So good. 82% 2023. That is now down in 2024 to 70%. Are the kids getting dumber? What do you reckon?
Well, is it essentially the article saying that our kids are turning into brains?
They're turning into brains.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. Look, my take on it is our children are inundated with so much information from every angle, constantly, 100% of the time. They've become incapable of completing a sentence or understanding anything.
Right, so what do we need to do? Take their phones away.
Yeah, totally. And,
yeah.
just get rid of their phones. Everything in the world will be tickety-boo.
No, like make them illegal? Because I know TikTok is illegal in the States now, but I reckon make smartphones illegal until you're, 30,
Yeah, I think so.
because they're still developing.
Yeah, I mean, from my point of view, I guess the problem is that stupid children become stupid adults. And oftentimes stupid adults become teachers. And those idiots then teach our kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying all teachers are stupid, but I'm saying one stupid teacher affects the lives of 30 kids a year. So you're going to end up with a lot of stupid kids off that one stupid teacher.
So how do we break the cycle, Mogey?
Can I just make the point, in terms of the point you're making, Mogey? It's not necessarily like 30. Like if that teacher is an English teacher, say, in high school,
sure,
there's more than 30 kids that he's
34,
infecting with his
35.
stupidity. You know what I mean?
I do.
Different classes.
Absolutely. The system's broken.
I mean, there could be 150 kids.
What about
could
this?
be.
School should start earlier and finish later. We pick up the Japanese standard where school starts at about 7 a.m. You don't get home until after midnight.
Seriously, there was a really good idea, and I think they do it in some places, which makes complete sense to me, particularly when you're dealing with teenagers, is that you start later in the day.
Right.
And end later in the day. Have you ever seen a teenager in the morning, Keyzie?
Never.
It's an absolute bloody shambles.
Right.
So what? Start what? 10?
No,
11.
like midday and finish at like 6 or 7.
Well, they need to be at school for longer, Jase. They need to finish at least midnight.
Well, what does it matter if they're at school longer if they're learning brain ideas from brain teachers?
Well, how about this then? Obviously, Jase, you were saying off air you think teachers are getting paid too much and they're taking too many school holidays. Maybe we nip all that in the bud. You know what I mean? 3483, send your opinions through. You can also call on 0800 Hauraki, have your say, and you can win yourself a $50 night and day voucher.
Had an interesting text come through here, Jase, on 3483. 96% in school see English and still a brain.
That's from your wife, actually. I recognise that number.
I tell you what really gets deep inside my goat, just very quickly.
5 seconds.
Is teacher-only days. I mean, is that the
Am I
problem?
right?
Is that the problem?
What the hell's going on?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
REM there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. We were just discussing the fact, some breaking news, are kids getting dumber? The latest NCEA results show that last year 84% of kids, what was
82.
it? 82% pass. This year, what was it? 71. 70. So that's a big, that is a big drop off,
Jase,
fellas.
next time can you just throw to me and I'll just say that.
Yeah, sure. Hey, but listen, we've got a young fella on the line who wants to make his point. Liam, who's 12. G'day, you backbone. How's life, Liam?
Oh, it's good.
Yeah. What's your point, mate? What do you want to say?
I'm just thinking that it's not maybe the kids' fault, it's the parents, because they're too busy watching all the football and doing all stupid stuff like that.
It's watching too much footy. I see what you mean, Liam. And so,
And then, like, at times they're also drinking quite a bit. Like, my dad does that with all his mates. Just randomly goes out and starts drinking at the pub.
What's your dad's name?
It's Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel. Yeah, I know Daniel. He's a mad bastard, especially when he gets on the old firewood.
Yeah,
He completely loses it, doesn't he?
Daniel.
hey, Liam, you're 12, mate. How smart are you?
I feel like I'm pretty smart. I mean, I don't know what an NCA is, but I feel like I'm pretty smart.
It's an NCEA, Daniel. EA.
Oh, God. Hey, thanks for joining the conversation, Liam.
Yeah, you can have a $50 night and day voucher.
Yeah,
you
man.
on the darts yet, Liam?
Oh, okay. What's a night and day?
It's a place where you go to buy ciggies.
Yeah, it's a great place, mate. We'll hook you up with old Pug-San.
Yeah, good stuff.
A lot of texts coming through on 3483. Are the kids getting dumber? What can we do about it? I had a stupid teacher in year 12 chemistry. The whole class failed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what you were talking about, Jase, about all teachers being stupid.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Wasn't that what you said?
Well, here, true story, though. You know, I mentioned I got 96% for school C English, right?
This is
The fourth form, i.e. before the exam being in the fifth form, I was bottom of English.
Wow.
I was bottom of English, and I had one teacher there, and I had a different teacher in the fifth form, and I went from the very bottom of
Yes.
English to the top of English because of my teacher.
You told me it was Robin Williams.
Yeah, man, I mean...
He taught you a whole bunch of poetry from...
He was a legend. He inspired me,
Yeah.
Mogey.
You were known as the
Absolutely.
bottom of English.
No, I was at the bottom of English of the class, and then I went to the top.
Keyzie, you listening, man?
What?
All of the other boys were on top of Jase.
And he was the bottom. He was known as
I
the
was on the
bottom.
bottom. Yeah.
My boy is 17 and a complete brain.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sure,
But
yeah.
then,
I would argue, actually, from the age of sort of 13 to 18, they were all brains.
what do they say? What was that saying that you were using in between the break there? Young, dumb, and what?
what was I saying? Oh, yeah.
It's crazy 'cause you kept saying it.
You're saying it all the time.
Yeah.
What about this here? This sums it up on 3483. Couldn't agree more, fellas. My boy's almost 9 months old and he doesn't know shit.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Try having a good conversation with a baby, for God's sake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Nirvana there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon, 33 minutes past 4 o'clock. Fellas? I'm fuming. I've got a bone to pick.
I got a bone to pick.
Is that it? I'm
Yeah.
fuming about that now.
Well,
I mean, that should have been way longer.
Sorry, is it bugging you that it was quite short?
It's been bugging me. And this is why I have a bone to pick with you. We're a team, right?
Yeah.
Ostensibly.
We look out for each other. You know, if someone's feeling a bit under the weather or down in the dumps, we
Bit
take
vulnies.
them to the bit vulnies. We take them to our breast and look after them. Don't we, fellas?
We can.
You know, if whatever happens, we're in it as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And last night,
Can I also point out that we also get doctors in to measure each other's noses to find out who's got the biggest honker so we can humiliate them in front of the whole country?
yeah, I mean that
Hoyte
wasn't
J, by the way.
that wasn't fair on Keyzie at all.
Don't try.
Now on
change
our
it.
Instagram page last night, I was betrayed.
Hauraki Big Show.
I was betrayed first and foremost, and this is what hurt the most actually from Pug-San. And also I felt betrayed by the people of this country who demanded that this particular video be released.
Thank you.
This video was of me stealing chips.
That's right. In the ACC office, there's a whole heap of Snackachangi chips. Almost
Yes.
daily, Jase goes in there and just helps himself.
First and foremost, can I make the point that I'm the only one with the bullets to go and do it? These dudes sitting there go, Jase, go and do it. Go on, mate. We won't do anything. So old Hoyte J goes ahead and he steals chips for the fellas. Then I come back here.
Yeah.
And old Mogey, old 2 mitts Mogey, grabs massive handfuls of chips. Keyzie makes a little pile in the corner of the studio. And old Hoyte J and Pug-San are left licking the bottom of the packet for the crumbs. All right?
What's your bone to pick?
My bone to pick is, not only do you get me to steal it and I'm a big enough brain to go along with it, you then betray me by filming me stealing it and putting it on Instagram.
Yeah.
I hardly even benefit from such things.
Can I say it's really the perfect crime? I mean, you are a chippy addict, amongst other things.
Yes.
It's funny Mogey saying that.
Yeah.
And we apply a certain amount of peer pressure to you.
Yes.
Not a lot. And off you go. All right, fellas, I'll go get it. And you go get it. And then we eat them. So we've done nothing wrong. It's all on you.
Well, you've eaten stolen goods.
That's right.
Prove
Not as bad as so we've received stolen property, which is not as bad as committing the crime itself. So that's all good. Clear conscience, eating the evidence, and then Pug-San records you doing the stealing, puts it up, and then we get the joy of our listeners voting for it to be posted and us seeing that video up on Instagram and people bagging you online. So it's a full circle, amazing piece of content.
I'm not sure we've actually talked about this, but when we decided to make it a big poll on the Instagram story, you said it had to be over 90% of New Zealand agreed
Yes.
to post the video.
Yes.
It was 97% of people to
Yes.
3%. So it was just doing what the nation
Yeah, yeah.
wanted.
That's why I'm disappointed in the listeners. Can I just make a point too, just on that front?
Is this
in case-
another bone to pick?
No, it's a very brief point. We stole a packet yesterday. Who stole those?
Oh, that was me.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Did you tape that, Pug-San?
Well, the thing about it, Jase, is he would have had to videotape me 100% of the time that I stole chips. For you, he only has to videotape you 1% of the time.
That's right.
There's so many opportunities to record you doing it because you do it every day. Now, if you don't want to get recorded stealing chips, Jase, quite simple. Don't steal any chips, man.
But my point is, I do it for you, Backbone, so you can have a little snack.
Oh, well, keep
through the
doing
show.
it then.
I'm going to steal a packet after this.
Are you really?
Yeah,
You make me
totally.
sick, man. Actually,
flavour?
Yeah, can we go Thai sweet chili?
No.
Yeah, I'll definitely Thai sweet chili.
Mogey likes chicken.
Yeah.
WTF.
No, they're weird, those ones.
Jailbreak. He'll be in jail soon, Jase.
The The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Racing there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 4:54.
Hey, fellas, just chatting my areolas, which made an appearance at the Black Clash on Saturday night. National broadcast went out to a lot of people. We then put a photo on the Radio Hauraki Instagram and Facebook, and the comments are, well, they feel negative. I was feeling that way, but now that we've sort of gone through them,
Yes.
I can see that they are mostly positive.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
And they're bigging me up. People on the text machine, 3483, same thing. At least you've got a great sense of humour, Keyzie. We love you, mate.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
From James.
Yeah,
You know
good
what I mean?
stuff.
Hey guys, did you know that Keyzie's areolas were trending on Twitter when the Black Clash was on? They were huge. Search hashtag Big Nips or hashtag Black Clash Big Nips.
Big nips.
So they were trending on Twitter or X or whatever the hell it's called now.
Yeah.
Have you got Twitter?
I actually do, so we might be able to come back to that in the next hour and just see what
Cool.
people were saying on there live.
This is from John. Keyzie, don't feel bad, mate. My name at school was 50 Cent, not because I'm a cool gangster, but because my nipples were the same size as the original 50 Cent coin.
Oh, yeah.
Jase. Don't.
Well, good on you, man. See, there
Yeah.
you go. Now that guy's come out there and told you, man.
Exactly
This is
our
exactly
point.
what we're talking about. You get somebody like yourself there setting the example, and people start to feel better about themselves.
Well, maybe we should do a thing where we find other people with large areolas and search for New Zealand's biggest meat patties.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We could investigate that. And this is the thing too, is because yours was so massive, I think.
When you say massive, do you mean like size or like
They're
in
a
terms
huge
of the
hit.
zeitgeist?
Well, like size, is that a lot of people probably think theirs are a little bit big and so are a bit self-conscious, but then they saw your ones and went, well, God, I mean, if he can get them out,
Yes.
then certainly I feel comfortable about getting mine out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So
no,
good.
you're spot on. You're absolutely spot on, Jason.
Totally,
I think it's
man.
good.
Totally.
So, yeah. I've noticed that you're very protective of your nips. When you're away on holiday in Cambodia, I noticed that all of the videos of you with your shirt off was only taken from behind you. We only saw your back, Keyzie.
Yes.
Very careful
Yes.
to upload to the internet only the back. You're very self-conscious. And now I expect to see a whole lot of
Totally. Full
front-facing
frontals.
content.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe some side nip. Hey,
What's coming up after 5, Jase?
well, I tell you what, we don't need to worry about any of this stuff because the world's about to end.
Oh, wow. Really?
And also, our first financial report of the year. And what else? That it, Mogey?
Yeah, that'll do us, I reckon.
Yeah, good.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike, and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope you're getting through your Tuesday okay. You are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night. And
Day.
God. Keysie's having a shocker today.
yeah, that sounded like you were making love, Keyzie.
That is what I sound like. Hey, but Night and Day will be stoked.
No wonder I get phone calls from your wife in tears every night.
Every night.
Every night.
Well, you've got a hearty appetite, I hear. Keyzie.
Yeah, I do.
Hey, now listen, have any of you fellas been watching the Australian Open, incidentally?
Nah.
I'm loving it, man.
Good, man.
It's a great competition. I love.
What
I love
is it
me
again?
I love me a bit of tennis.
Yeah.
And we're getting to the sort of quarterfinal stages. She's heating up.
Who
It's
is?
It's a good watch.
It's always really hot over there because they do it in the height of summer.
Yes.
You know,
They do.
30, 40 degrees. It's ridiculous.
30,
at the old-
40 degrees, but 80 degrees on centre court.
Yes, it just sort of reflects off the court surface
It
there.
doubles.
It's
It
great
doubles.
stuff.
Wow.
Hey, now coming up, unfortunately, none of this is going to matter because we've got some breaking news and it's pretty disturbing, fellas.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, once people hear about it, it's kind of end of day stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So what we're doing right now doesn't even matter.
Does it ever?
Should we flag it?
Oh, we could. We could just leave now, actually. We might want to after we hear this news.
Yeah.
In the meantime, here's the Arctic Monkeys.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
The Offspring there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon, 13 minutes past 5 o'clock. And we've got breaking news.
This is breaking news.
A massive asteroid.
Did-a-doosh,
It's
Jase.
serious, fellas.
Did-a-doosh.
A massive asteroid the size of the Empire State Building
Wow.
is zooming towards our planet.
Jase, I hate to interrupt you, man. How many sky towers is the Empire State Building?
Well, I'm just about to get into the dimensions now,
Oh,
mate.
good.
The asteroid named 2024 WY70 is estimated by NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory to be roughly 820 feet in diameter, with JPL Centre for Near-Earth Object Studies forecasting that it could be between 656 and 443 feet across.
Sorry, I asked.
You can paraphrase it next time?
And it's zooming towards the Earth, fellas.
Now, when you say zooming, is that a scientific term?
Yes.
Okay, what does it mean?
Mean going really fast.
Oh, God, well, that's not good. Because that means it'll get here soon.
Everything in space travels quickly, Mogey.
The thing about meteors or asteroids is that even a tiny one hitting the Earth can do a colossal amount of damage.
I caught one once in the backyard. It was heading straight for Tinker's doghouse, and I just caught it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you have gloves on? Or?
No. Piece of it. You just sort of juggle it from hand to hand.
Yeah, because it's about ooh. Yeah, but you see, the thing with this particular bit of rock is he's a bit bigger than that, Mogey.
Well, it's the shape of the Empire State Building too, so it's pointy.
Is it the Empire State Building?
No, it's not the shape of it.
You said it was the shape of the Empire State Building.
It's the same dimensions as it. It's not the shape of it. But in a sort of...
So that would make it the shape.
In a round... Fellas, this is serious.
Well,
now, for goodness sake.
Sorry, Jase, just quickly, this is to help the audience.
Yes.
Shouldn't you say like a more rounded building, like the beehive?
Yeah, that would be helpful.
You know, like the beehive, there's a beehive flying towards the world.
Or just compare it to a big rock.
Well, the beehive is... Oh, yeah.
And instead of politicians, it'd be full of aliens.
The reason because I'm thinking to myself, these are the end of days. You know, you see disaster movies like this with massive asteroids coming towards the Earth.
I don't like disaster movies.
Oh.
But what you want to set up some sort of scenario where it's like, what would you do if it was the end of days? How long do we have?
Well, that's the thing. They don't really know. It could be any day now.
Any day now.
It could be any day now or in 1,000 years. Which one is it?
Let me read further on.
Oh, good. Hey, Keyzie, what have you been up? Just while Jase reads ahead, man, what have you been up to lately?
Just thoroughly prepping for any radio breaks I'm involved with.
Yeah.
Certainly not reading articles.
Oh, well, it just helps, sort of while you're in the break to just read ahead and sort of see what information might be of relevance.
Well, the good thing about our show is because there's three of us, the other two can sort of
carry a bit of weight.
Fellas, my bad.
What's that, man?
This is a real lesson for me in terms of reading all of the article. This was meant to happen on January the 18th, and it was never hitting the Earth.
Oh, so it's not.
So to paraphrase now the article, what is it? There is a rock in space.
Yeah, that's passing by Earth.
That's the shape of the Empire State Building.
Which we're unlikely to see.
Right.
I think we can turn the breaking news music off now.
Yeah, can I retract a breaking news story?
No, I think that was good, Jase, man.
Well, the great news is we're not going to die. You know what I'm saying?
Great news is here's a tune.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Jimmy Eats World there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show. 24 minutes past 5 o'clock.
Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah.
He's a bloody good bastard. Hey, fellas, I was out and about a couple of weekends ago when that really annoying Australian DJ Fisher was in town. You know about him?
No.
He's an absolute idiot.
25,000 people at Vic Park.
Not bad.
Was massive.
Hell of a gig. And so I was meeting some mates in town, but I had to go up. I tell you what, I had to go to the bathroom to do number twos.
You're always doing steam.
You know about that?
You do a lot of steam.
I do them. Yeah, I mean, that was one I did on that day, for example.
Yes.
But they were in a hotel room, and what I didn't want to do is go up there and lay a cable in their room where they were sleeping, because I'm a backbone Keyzie.
Right.
So I decided to go and find a nearby public toilet. And I thought to myself while I was sitting there, giving it death, that I should do a review of public toilets around Auckland, because I've seen my fair share and some are better than others, and I think it'll be useful information. And now I won't just limit this to Auckland, I'll do it right across the country, but in the meantime we'll have to be Auckland based. Bear with us. Keyzie, play the sting, brother.
Mogey reviews public toilets.
So this one was at the McDonald's down there at Britomart. You guys know that one?
Yes, I know the one.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, on Key Street there.
Yeah, that's the bugger. So I went in there, and I was actually getting to the point where it was something of an emergency, if I can be completely blunt.
It was pressing.
It was a pressing issue.
Okay, we've got it, yeah. Can I just say before you start, my instinct is not a very nice toilet.
Yes, good instincts, Keyzie,
Yeah.
good instincts. Now, I went in there, and I go over to the door there. It's got just a normal McDonald's door. You got a handle there for you to pull, but it's locked. It's got a PIN code on it.
Wow.
Keyzie, you can't get in there. And it says on a little sign that the only way that you can use that toilet is if you buy something, and then the PIN number is printed on the bottom of the receipt.
Okay.
So what I did is I went over to the rubbish bin, and I started just trawling through the rubbish bin to find a receipt.
Digging through the garbage.
And this guy came over, and I thought he was going to help me, but he gave me $5, which I thought was nice.
Wow.
And anyway, so I found a receipt, and I got the code, and I went in there, and went in there.
What? Do you remember the PIN?
I don't remember the PIN. I think they change it daily, to be honest.
They would.
Went in there, and it had, you go to the right, it's got one porcelain just one person urinal.
Right.
And then a lone cubicle, which is what I use. Because if you remember, Keyzie, I was going in for a
Deuce.
Can I say it was beautiful and clean?
What?
The toilet.
Oh, the toilet.
Not my deuce. It was
Filth. Yeah.
Okay.
But there's no toilet paper on the floor.
Yes.
There's no water splashed everywhere. There's no markings up and down the back of the toilet.
The rim.
Well, there wasn't.
What is this?
It had a great smell to the joint.
Yes.
I would absolutely go back there again. It was a really clean. You weren't in a rush to leave because you were so disgusted. No urine on the seat, Keyzie, which I know you hate. And also even the mirror was clean, bloody spotless. Everything worked. Everything was clean. I'd give it 5 out of 5 buzzies.
Okay.
Another thing that I absolutely loved about it was that it was only single use. There wasn't a row of cubicles where I have to now worry about sitting next to other people.
Yes.
And worrying about what they're getting up to. It's just me on my own, maybe one guy urinating, and that's it.
Yes.
So bloody got to recommend that. That's the McDonald's on Key Street.
It's by the car wash there, isn't it? No?
No, it's right by the Britomart.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, not the Britomart, the new joint.
Commercial Bay.
Commercial Bay.
That one. Yeah,
right at the end of Queen Street.
Well,
there.
I can see people diverting all over Auckland now to go and do their poos there.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
No,
Since
it's
it sounds so
absolute
lovely.
gem.
Can I just say, huge fan of this new segment.
That's good.
And
Totally.
I think everyone here at Hauraki is going to be a massive fan of it, especially our boss, Todd. I think he's going to love this segment.
I think you're right.
Good
so
stuff.
flick us a text 3483 if you've got a toilet out there you'd like me to review.
I want you to go and review the one in Kingsland by Eden Park there.
Oh, yep, sweet. Keen as.
What? Why, what did you do in there?
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
White Stripes there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon, the time 5:37. Geez, we appreciate you listening to us.
We certainly do.
Oh, man.
3483, by the way, if you ever need to get in touch, or 0800 Hauraki. Fellas, something happened to me yesterday which made me feel bad about myself.
Good.
What do you mean good?
Well, it's nice to be humbled every now and again.
I'm a pretty humble dude, Mogey. You know, like I'm pretty chill. My wife is between jobs at the moment, so she's got about 3 weeks off until she starts a new job, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, you were saying it was driving you absolutely batshit crazy with having her in the house and she's really cramping your space all the time.
Yeah.
And you were gaming last night with Pug-San and she was just getting in the way and it was just a disaster.
Yeah, she was getting in the way of my gaming because we live in like a tiny little house, you know, and she's in the way, and I'm like, babe.
Because usually she goes to bed early.
Anyway, she was doing the shopping, and she does it online, which is great.
Fancy pants.
It is a fancy pants, and then we click and collect, which is really cool.
Rich guys.
Yeah, well, not really, it's free. And she's like, oh, hey, babe, is there anything else you need from the supermarket? I'm sitting at $46. We need to spend over $50 to get the click and collect for free or something like. I can't remember what it was. And I was like, oh, you know, I need some more coffees. Oh no, I've got you some coffee. They're like, okay, have we got Wheat Bix bites? Because I have them for breakfast.
Yeah.
She says, no, you got a couple of packs.
You
You're a
can't
big
just have
boy, aren't
normal
you?
Wheat Bix. They have to be bites, do they?
I like the little bite-sized one with the little bits of fruit in them.
Right, okay.
She's like, nah, you got a couple of packets there, babe. And I'm like, hey, you know what I could really go for? Some Munchos.
Oh, yeah, spicy tomato.
Spicy tomato.
Spicy tomato.
And she was just like, Munchos? Are you kidding me? And she like laughed in my face. She's like, oh, get your Munchos then. And then like added them to the shopping.
Yeah.
And I just felt terrible. Like, why, when you hit a certain age, are you not allowed to eat stuff like Munchos anymore? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure.
Because it's childish.
Well, but why? They're delicious. You know, if I want to wear burger rings and put them on, you know,
Your nipples.
No, not my nipples, Mike.
Right, yeah. There's enough going on there anyway.
Jase.
And I say that in a really positive and supportive way.
Absolutely. Well, why would you distract?
Exactly.
You can't just say something negative and then say, I say that in a positive way.
No, I'm just
it's
saying,
like saying
that there is
no
a lot
offense.
going on there.
There is.
Don't sort of add to it.
Well, I wasn't even saying that I put burger rings on my nips anyway. I was going to say put them on my fingers.
But have you?
Huh?
Have you?
What do you everyone has, Mogey? Come on. Come on, man. Tried to get my wife to eat them, but she wasn't having a bar of it.
You'd fit a couple on there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so anyway, fellas, that's all I wanted to bring to the table.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's well, I'll be honest with you. I have the same thing. My wife mocks me for Papa Jacks.
Oh, yeah.
For
I
eating
love a
Papa
Papa
Jacks.
Jack.
Yeah,
I love a Papa Jack. They're the same freaking chip.
And then what's happened over time is now she eats the Papa Jacks. She used to mock me for the Papa Jack. Now she's eating the Papa Jacks. No mocking anymore, Keyzie.
No mocking Papa Jacks.
No mocking.
Yes.
So eventually she'll get there. You've just got to feed her.
Yeah, right. Let her have some. But the problem is, spicy tomato munchos are so yum. I don't want her to have.
You don't want to share. Yeah.
I don't want her to have a single one.
You see, initially I thought you were going to go down the line of she got the cheese and onion ones. Is it cheese and onion?
Those are yum, but they're not spicy tomato.
Spicy tomato, yeah. Just on the whole grocery thing, I mean, we don't have the money to afford the click and collect sort of thing.
No, man,
Mogey.
we're not rolling in it.
We're not rolling in it. So
Okay.
my wife, and I've told you this before, but it's been a real discovery for me because we manually shop in the actual supermarket.
Oh, you do like
'cause you're a
analog
backbone.
shopping.
And I like to mix with the people. I find out a lot of stuff in supermarkets.
Oh, you love it.
But my wife is so anal about everything being just so in the carriage.
Oh,
in
yes,
the,
yeah.
You
In
know
the
what I
carriage.
mean?
In the shopping carriage.
In the shopping carriage. And I just biff it in there, you know, and she's like, no, meats are over here. And I couldn't believe it. We've been together for nearly 28 years now, and that's the first time I realised she was so anal about that sort of stuff.
How anal's your wife about the shopping carriage, Mike?
When it comes to the shopping carriage, well, we don't. We shop individually.
Right, okay.
So I'll either go and do the shop. It's not a two-person job.
Also,
I mean, to me, if you get two people that are going doing the shopping together, they've got all the time in the world. They must be rolling in it.
That's right. Yeah, they're obviously loaded.
Can I just ask you very quickly on the grocery front too? Oh, you know, when I'm putting it in the bags, just chuck those bastards in there. Oh, no, not for my wife.
No,
you don't.
You put them all together.
You got to put this with this and this with that. No, just chuck them in the bag and
I
bugger
agree.
off.
I agree. Mine is weight-based.
Yeah, well, exactly.
How much can I fit in there? How few bags can I do?
Exactly. What do you think, New Zealand? Text us.
Yeah, what do you reckon? Spicy tomato or cheese and onion?
What do you reckon when it comes to your shopping carriage?
What do you reckon? Burger rings on your nipples or not?
Yes or yay or nay? Big poll up now. Have a look.
The Hauraki Big Show Podcast.
Guns. Roses there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 8 minutes to 6 o'clock, which means it's time for the Big Show Financial Report. Sit back and relax because it's time
Oh my God.
for Connie Chat.
Yeah.
I totally forgot.
Oh, that's
Remember
right.
at the end of last year, I tricked Pug-San by changing the name of Connie Chat to Financial Report.
Yes.
And I've just caught myself out
You
with it.
stitch yourself up.
Pugs.
Can you come in here, Pugs?
No,
Yeah.
Pugs. Can you please find the original Financial Report and put it in so I can play it? Thanks, man.
In the meantime, we'll crack on, Jase.
I just wanted to say after Trump, of course, got voted to be president of the United States, my sharesies took a plunge.
Oh,
boys.
did they?
They really did.
Are you not invested in sort of armaments?
Oh, yeah, well, I am now.
Yeah, good.
Just on that front, by the way, I'd highly recommend Sanford Limited,
Yep.
which is like a fishing company.
yeah.
Air New Zealand's going great guns at the moment too, actually.
Are they?
I'm getting a 15% return on my investment there, which
Wow.
is pretty damn good.
Over what, 1 week? How long's that?
That's over the months that I've had it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Also, I want to make an apology. Last year, I encouraged people to invest in merkins and hair hats.
Yes.
Unfortunately, for some unknown reason, that market's just plunged.
Has it?
It's gone through the arse there.
Well, the merkin market has gone through the
hair had
arse.
to be pumping with Trump back in there.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah.
That was my thinking, you know.
Well, now that he's back in, maybe it will go up.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
It's hard to say. The thing is, with most stocks, and you'll know that you were telling me about this, Jase, you were educating me on how it works. It can go up, Keyzie, or it can go down. And it's really a coin toss as to which is which.
Because it would seem to me, and I don't know anything, that
Sure.
you'd want to buy low,
Yes.
and then wait for it to go up a bit and then sell.
Oh, no, you're always going to buy high. You've always got to buy ho and buy ho.
Buy a hoe.
Buy high.
I don't know
and
if
sell
that's
low.
an investment.
And people often forget this. Any investment you make is a risk.
Oh,
you know
that's
what
true.
I mean? They think, I'm going to put money in this, I'm going to make $1 billion.
Yeah.
It doesn't always happen that way.
Yeah.
I'm yet to make a profit on any investment that I've ever made.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that doesn't stop me from doing it because I feel like at some point, the coin's got to turn.
Yeah,
It does, exactly right. Yeah.
Or I get red instead of black.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Well, this is the thing, and that's why I always go down and sort of spend my money with the Queen of the Nile.
Exactly.
Down there in the
the pokey
pokies
machine,
room,
yeah.
because you're always going to get something. I mean, it might be nothing,
But that's something.
but at least there's the flashing lights and the ringing bells. You know what I
Well,
mean?
you've had
And
some
that
entertainment.
excites me.
Yeah,
Hey,
totally.
Just quickly, Pugs, have you managed to track it down at all, man? Thumbs up. Oh, he is. So what I've actually done here is deleted the old one off the face of the planet
Okay.
in order to
yeah.
stitch Pugs up
Yeah,
one
good.
time.
That's a shame.
It is a shame.
Are you investing in your future, by the way, Keyzie?
Do you have Kiwi Saver, Keyzie?
I've got Kiwi Saver, of course I do.
Keyzie Saver.
I've recently upped my contributions to that. It's called Keyzie Saver.
Yeah, right.
And I've got that. I've got various houses. I think about 12 houses in my portfolio.
Yeah.
Of course, your properties.
I've got so many properties.
How's the fun account looking at the moment?
Fun account is flourishing, fellas. It's really good. Is it too late to play the financial reports today?
Well, I suppose you can now if you want to.
Buy GDP.
Money.
Invest.
Rip the bastards off.
Hedge fund.
Food stamp.
Stocks.
Exchange.
Bitcoin.
Profits.
Hedge fund, baby.
Stocks.
The financial report with the Big Show.
It's a real shame I didn't. Yeah, sorry about that.
That
fellas.
really sets it up properly, doesn't it?
Actually,
Never mind.
I just want to encourage people, now that you've reminded me about Trump, actually, to reinvest in hair hats.
Yes.
Where do you get yours from?
Oh, it's
Mogey?
just off the shelf at Pug-San.
Yeah.
It's next to
Yeah.
the deodorants and the sort of the moisturisers and all that sort of stuff.
Okay,
yeah.
I haven't seen them, actually.
Oh, yeah, they're there.
Do you know they sell dillies there, too, actually?
Pack and save. Hey, coming up after 6, Pugs has had a bit of a fiasco at his flat. Old Pug-San and producer in Studio B this, who's going to come in and tell us about that yarn there, fellas.
Okay, I can't wait.
Plus, I've got a great new special from Night and Day that I'd love to tell you all about as well.
Beautiful.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you mad bastards. You are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. What's the special at the moment, Keyzie?
I've just looked up Keyzie special.
Oh, yeah, cool.
What's that?
What is it, man?
Salami.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, had to
Big
be.
old
Extra
roll.
large?
Yeah, big roll of salami.
Yeah.
Spicy tomato munchos.
Yes.
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 Just a couple of meat patties.
Burger patties. Yeah,
Pre-burnt?
Yeah.
Pre-burnt.
Yeah. You just need to heat them up in the microwave.
Yeah, you just heat them up in the microwave. They're good to go. And some XL connies.
Oh, really? Oh, because your mate of yours has got a birthday coming up and you're going to give them to him. Good stuff. That's cool, man.
His bugs run out.
It's because I've got a giant penis. If I'm going to be known as the guy with massive areolas,
Yes.
I might as well start a bit of a huge
Yeah, but
downstairs.
you've got massive nips. I'm concerned about. See, this is the thing when you go around buying comedy condoms.
Yes.
And they just sit in a drawer, and the
Totally.
expiry date comes and goes.
Yes.
Because they don't fit. Or you might put one over your head and blow them up
Yeah.
till it explodes, and that's it. You know what I mean?
That's what I do. I put it on my head and I'm there and I'm shirtless. Got the big meat patties out. I'm like, hey, babe, look at me.
Look at this.
Yeah. It's meat patty Smurf. Look at me. So anyway, that special is $12.99.
Yeah,
That's cheap.
That's really cheap.
That is
for all
good.
that stuff. Hey, now listen, the podcast outro is a bonus podcast we do outside of the radio show, which we basically do before we start the show. Kind of a warm-up, a little bit loosey-goosey. What did we talk about today, Keyzie?
Today's was to do with putting on a T-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a little sneak peek. It comes out at 7:30 tonight.
Can you put your clothes back on,
Look at
Keyzie?
those
We've seen
nips.
enough
Good
of those
God.
nips, mate.
Arms first.
Arms first.
Oh, well,
It's
yeah, I mean, I suppose I do that too.
Oh, no, what? You want to
Which
be part
one
of
is
the,
it?
the gang now?
Well, if you look at what he just did there, that was kind of simultaneous, head
No,
and
he
arm.
put his
was
arms
this.
through and then he put his head through.
Right, okay.
It wasn't head on and then put your arms
then
through.
put your
Okay,
arms
and my arms then.
Isn't it funny? Like now that
Oh,
he knows,
two-stroke
Well,
he's
no.
like, yeah.
No,
Actually,
but-
no, it was 5 strokes, guys. I was joking. There's a great example of Jase. Like once he realizes that he's weird,
Yeah.
changing his story.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it's just that it all happens very quickly when I do it, so I didn't really think
okay.
about it.
And just for those listening, it was to do with how do you put your T-shirt on?
Yes.
Arms first or head
Do you
first?
put it on like a toddler or a grown-up?
Yeah.
Effectively.
Sure.
If you want to listen to that, search Hauraki Big Show. Wherever you get your poddies from, comes out at 7:30 tonight, along with the highlights package of the show.
Hey, coming up next, old Pug-San, who we haven't spoken to in studio yet this year. He's going to have a little chit-chat about some drama he had over the holidays.
He said it was a massive drama to do with his
Massive
flat.
drama.
Hold on to your
He
hats.
said you should lead the top of the hours off with this one. It's so bloody good, so we're going to do that.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Radiohead there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. Now, I mentioned earlier, we haven't had Pug-San in the studio since we've arrived back. So, g'day, Pug-San. Welcome back.
Hi, thanks, Jase. It's great to be.
I feel like we had you in here last week.
Yeah, we definitely
Yeah, we
did.
did,
So
yeah.
I'm not really sure.
Did
Yeah.
we? For
Yeah,
what?
we did.
It was a brief chat about, I think, you stealing chips maybe or something
Yeah.
like
Right,
that.
okay. My apologies then, my bad. But anyway, you were
That's all
telling
good,
us something happened to you over the holiday break that you just have to get on air. It was such a dramatic story, and so...
Don't,
Such an amazing yarn.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
let's not.
let's not
Come
set
on,
him up to
fellas.
fail here, Jase.
Support
Well,
and extend.
no,
Can you
you-
support
you-
and extend me, please?
Oh, support and extend you, certainly.
Thanks, Jase. No, look, I'll keep it as brief as I can, but essentially I had to get some plumbing work done at my flat, and my landlord hadn't seen my house since I decorated it, since I moved in. We hadn't had an inspection there. And so she comes over with the plumber. I'm like, what do you think of the place? Oh, you know. She's like, oh, yeah, it's really, really love what you've done. We're actually moving the person out of the person next door to you. I'm like, oh, true, what's happened there? She's like, I don't know, we haven't heard from her in a little while. We got an email today saying she said to pop back over to where she's from, a different country, and because of relatives passed away, and she's going to be there for a couple of months. So consider this the end of her tenancy.
Wow.
So we've just got to get in there now. We haven't been over there yet to clear it out. And I'm like, oh, true. I wonder if she left anything behind, kind of thing. Now, I'm about to host a couple of people over for a couple of drinks before we go out to
Say no
town.
more.
And so,
Yeah.
Say no more.
No,
so
yeah,
I'm
it's
in
all
the
good.
just with Dilly.
Dilly?
Hello.
Oh, Dilly.
Sorry,
the guy who
Dilly.
works
with
here.
Big Dilly.
right,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
Big
yeah.
Dilly and Anonymous actually out
Yes.
here. We were just having a little finishing up our work for the day, having a pre-drink before we came back to mine.
Right.
And I get a call from the landlord's husband, who I also know. And I'm like, oh, g'day, how you going, mate? And he's like, oh, not good, James. Not good at all. And I'm
Wow.
like, oh, geez, what's happened there? I'm thinking the landlord has come over, seen something in my house that she didn't like, and maybe she's got an issue with it. Maybe I've hung a picture in the wrong place, or I've left something out that I shouldn't.
Well, you've got all that nude painting, haven't you? That you
Jase.
Yeah, I did think it was that for a brief moment. And he said, well, you'll know that the person next door to you had to end her tenancy, and she sent us an email. Now, what you didn't hear from the other landlord, his wife, was that they've been trying to organise an inspection with her since September last year, and she had been postponing it. Now, bear in mind, I've never seen this person. I've heard them taking out the bin maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
I've never seen them before.
Actually, I've been to your house a couple of times. There's not even a sign anyone really lives there.
No.
It's like you
but
live
I've
next
heard
to...
the bins going out
Yeah,
on a
right.
Sunday night there. And he said, what you also probably didn't hear from us is that she hasn't paid rent since November.
Right. 3 months now, far
Yeah,
out.
so they've been trying to organise an inspection since September. She hasn't
Yeah.
been paying rent since November. And now she's gone. And we've just got into the property, and it is, and these are his words, effing derelict.
Really?
Yeah.
It is rotting in here. Now, over summer you expect a few more flies around the house and things like that.
Sure.
But I had been getting flies around my joint a little more than usual, and I'm thinking it's Auckland summer.
Yeah.
You can expect a few of those.
Totally.
Was that the bed?
That's the
Japanese
YouTube
music
ad
bed,
just started
the YouTube
playing.
bed.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I said to him, look, mate, I really like, I'm honestly quite curious. I'd quite like to have a look. And he was like, look, we've been in here to already clean it out, but I'll tell you where the key is and you can have a geese. And I was like, sweet. We get home, and bear in mind, I'm hosting people over for drinks.
Yeah.
There's a sewer truck outside pumping sewerage out of the house.
Wow.
There's the whole neighbourhood reeks of poos. We get in my house, it smells like poos for like another hour while the truck's
Yeah.
there. Then I'm like, all right, let's go over geese. Unlock the door. The lounge is pretty normal. Get into the kitchen. The floor, the lino, is cooked. The walls and floor are brown and black with grime stains. The front of the oven's broken off. We then go into the bedroom. There's like a massive stain in the middle of the carpet. And we look in the bathroom, and there is just poo smeared all over the walls.
Yeah.
Like all over the walls.
She
So
did that.
Standy.
What?
And you were saying, and you went out with her for how long?
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
My Chemical Romance there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday evening. Let's talk TV. What's on the telly with Mike Minogue?
Okay.
Yeah. I watched over the break. I watched The Day of the Jackal on TVNZ Plus. Keyzie.
Eddie Redmayne.
Eddie Redmayne.
Oh, yes.
It's pretty good. There's some annoying stuff in it, and it's got a bad last episode, but we enjoyed it, and we watched it, and we looked forward to watching it, Jase.
Yes.
And weirdly, I don't know how, but it got nominated for I think a Golden Globe for Best Drama or a Emmy, one of those things, and I don't think it was that good.
Right.
Yeah, but anyway, it's worth a watch.
TVNZ Plus.
Yes, indeed. I enjoyed it as well. I watched a film last night called 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
Old film. I think it was made in 2006.
Zombie film?
It's a zombie film.
Yeah.
And actually, I was quite impressed by it in terms of that genre. It was your classic zombie scenario with some hideous virus that swept through England and so forth, and everyone turns everyone into this raging zombie-like yes,
Oh, like a
beast.
zombie movie.
But it was actually pretty good.
That's good. Have you seen the first film, 28 Days?
Was it 28 Days?
Yeah.
No.
That's a goodie.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
28?
yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 28 Days Later.
No, there's another one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that one, and actually, the fact that it was made nearly 20 years ago, I thought they did a good job of it.
It's pretty iconic, I think, as far as
I think
zombie
that's-
Maybe the birth of all those kind of apocalyptic sort of films, maybe?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But it's directed by Danny Boyle.
Yes.
Cillian Murphy's in it, and they're making another sequel now.
Wasn't Cillian Murphy's character not Cillian Murphy and everyone thinks it is? I don't know. I might have just made that up. Just quickly, I watched last night. I finally watched episode 1 of a show I've been wanting to watch. You know, David Mitchell, UK comedian.
Yes. What's it
Don't
called
lie
again?
to me.
Ludwig.
Ludwig, yes. I've
He's
seen
from
that there.
He's from Would You Lie to Me? So Ludwig essentially is, I think you're going to hate it, so don't even bother.
Okay, I can't wait to see it.
It was an hour long. It was a stupid premise. So you just have to go, okay, that's the premise. I get it. Now let's go
Yeah.
along with the ride. He's got a twin brother who's a detective who goes missing. His wife, well, I guess his sister-in-law, calls him and says, hey, can you sneak into the police station? Because you look exactly like him.
Oh.
And get his notebook. I need to figure out what's going on here.
Oh.
And then while he's in there, he ends up getting swept up and accidentally being a great detective because his real job is to create crosswords. And he's a real logical thinker.
Ah.
And so the whole premise was like, this is so silly, but it was entertaining. And so we're like, cool, now we're excited to watch another one because it's a mystery.
Oh.
And I like mystery. Thanks, Mogey.
That sounds good. I like a mystery as
You're gonna
well. But
hate
it
it.
sounds like I'm not going to like this one, so I'm going to like it even more.
You're going to hate it.
Cillian Murphy is in.
He is in it?
He is
Yes.
in 28
Right.
Days Later.
Yeah. Oh, it is 28 Days Later.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
The Cure.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Oh, that's a tune from Queens of the Stone Age, eh, fellas?
It is an absolute
Tune.
It's okay. Now, listen, I was just admiring the surfboard we've got out there at the moment in the offices, fellas, and I was going, why the hell have we got a surfboard just sitting there
Don't
in
you
the
have a
office?
surfboard?
Yeah, I've got a surfboard, which I'm trying to get rid of, genuinely. I just don't know how to describe it.
Just put it on Trade Me or whatever for $1.
We can do it on. Why don't we have a Trade Me chat? Because I've been trying to get some stuff, rid of some stuff at home as well. Actually, why don't we do it? We'll do something tomorrow, Joe.
Yeah,
Can't have
that
another
sounds good,
chat
man.
where it's just you guys trying to offload your old shit.
I'm going to put it on there tonight, actually.
Oh.
Why don't you autograph it and say terrible, cheap, old surfboard signed by Hoyte J?
Well, my
Yeah,
daughter
I mean,
actually
every
thinks-
single thing you're saying devalues it.
My daughter said it actually could be quite vintage.
Yeah.
But anyway, now listen
Quite
up. Have you heard of Surf and Turf?
Nope.
If
like
not,
a steak with prawns on it.
no. The competition that we're running at the moment,
Oh, is that
Keyzie.
where you go fishing with a set of golf clubs? You batter them.
Oh, I mean, you could take the golf clubs fishing if you wanted to.
Oh,
Just
that's
tee
right.
off from the boat, Mogey.
Well, no, the way it works is you get a golf club and they attach a line to it, and then you're fishing using the golf club.
You could do that as well.
And you've got a little golf ball there as you think they're bobs on the surface.
Yeah.
What you could do is get a golf club and the surfboard, catch a wave, have your line connected to the golf club
Yes.
like a fishing rod, and as you go, just trawl. And,
Yeah.
for your kingies and stuff
That's
like
right.
that.
Oh, no, sorry, just reading here what it actually is. It's actually an exciting competition. Cheers to Super
Oh, I
Liquor.
can't wait to hear this.
Yeah.
It's
So
exciting, is it?
Get a load of this, Mogey.
Yeah, go on.
There's something for those of you who are drawn to the ocean and those drawn to the land. So that's everyone.
Oh,
Whether you like being on land or in the ocean, that's everyone.
I
right.
prefer being in the air, but yeah.
Really? Well, we don't have anything for air-based stuff. Jay, I guess you're in everyone's ears on the radio.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, well done, Keyzie.
Cool. Surf or turf, it's called. Would you rather win golf clubs or a surfboard? Both are brand new. Both are pretty sweet. Both are cheers to Super Liquor. If you are keen to enter, text SURF, it's SURF, to 3483, or TURF, TURF, to 3483, and you're in the draw. We're going to be drawing that prize soon.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Get involved.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. Done and dusted for your Tuesday night. Mogey, what are you up
G'day,
to,
mate.
What are you going to
Going
do
away,
tonight,
going to a
mate?
movie
Oh, you're going to a
tonight,
movie?
man.
Yes,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
movie is it?
It's called A Complete Unknown.
Right, okay.
It's Timothy Shamalama Ding Dong
Yes.
It's
playing
pronounced-
Bob Dylan. And I got to be honest with you, I'm only going for the popcorn.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
you rather just go home and sit on the couch and watch something?
Well, this is the thing, no. Because what happens is I go home and you sort of flick through and then that's your life. It's a good reason for me and the missus to get out of the house.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Even if it sucks.
And it might be good.
It
and
might
this
be.
is the thing. And what I do like about going to the movies is at least you have to sit there and you have to watch it.
Yes.
You can't get on your phone, you can't bug around, you can't turn it off and watch the rest tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
What about you, Keyzie? What are you up to? I know that you had a bit of a disastrous gaming night with our old Pug-San there.
Well, it glitched out.
Yeah.
The online game glitched out a bit, so we couldn't actually finish our game after about an hour and a half.
Oh, mate.
So
I didn't know that.
We might Yeah, I know. I didn't want to tell anyone. That's why I've been a bit down today.
Yeah.
But we're going to try again tonight, potentially. Before that, my wife and I watched another episode of Ludwig. And apparently, we're having chops for dinner with 3 different salads.
My wife.
Because my wife's off work and she's killing time by making heaps of different salads, which is just
Mint.
so great.
I'm not
It's good to have a lot of salads rotting in the fridge.
Yeah,
No,
totally.
because it'll be like you just have your chop,
Oh.
and then 3, and so you're eating it all, which is great, healthy, but it's just like not exciting.
Yeah, I reckon. Tell her to pull her head in.
It's like,
would you?
man, here's, you know how we had 2 salads last night. How about 3? What are you doing?
Keyzie was calling me last night in tears
Yeah, I can imagine, Mogey.
about his 3 salads.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of the chop either. Generally, back in the day, they were chewy little bastards. Wasn't a big fan of a chop, unless you sort of pile a bit of mint sauce on it.
And then you eat the fat off it.
Yeah.
You know?
Then you suck the marrow out of the.
Suck it on that
Yeah,
fat.
suck it out.
I suck it hard. I'm just going to go home and chill tonight.
Good.
Good, just end it there.
Yeah,
Just
wrap it
really
up there.
thrashed my body over the last
Just
couple
end
of
it there,
days.
Jase. Just- that's good, man.
Sometimes you just got to rest, Mogey.
20 seconds.
You know
Good
what I'm
on you,
saying? Just let your body time to
Jase,
relax.
just
And
wrap it up, man.
And own the relaxing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? actively relax.
Hey,
All right,
thanks for
I'll see
listening.
you later.
Thanks
I got to
for
go
listening.
now. I've
See you
got a
tomorrow
film to
at 4.
catch.
Bye.
We'll see you.
I might even have some popcorn, actually. It'd be quite... Oh, no.